Hello everybody, welcome back to a video. Today I have a pretty cool thing I recently bought to show everybody. This is a Zippo hand warmer. Yes, it's the same Zippo that makes the lighters. So these are essentially catalytic heaters. Well, they are catalytic heaters. You may know catalytic heaters to be one of these. You may have seen one of these large Coleman heaters before, but today I have a much more scaled down version of it, and instead of heating like an ice house or something, you just use it to warm your hands. And sometimes they can get a little bit too hot, and you can put them in this little pouch and it stays nice and toasty. These hand warmers are meant to be run on either the, it's recommended you buy the Zippo brand hand warmer fluid, but this is just a regular lighter fluid used for the Zippo lighters. But it works just fine in this. It smells a little bit more than the stuff meant for it. But recently I've been also running mine just on regular old Coleman camp fuel, and it works great. It has a little bit of a different smell to it, but it works just fine. And today I'm going to show you how to fill it, my favorite way of lighting it, the best way from what I've found, and give you some care tips. So let's get right into it. So first of all, I will be showing you how to fill it up. Mine, my little filler part here may not look the same as yours, but some of them just have a spout going like this without this big hole and stuff. But you just take some fuel. In this case, I'll use the camp fuel, but you can also use this or other fuels. Let me just take a second to fill this up. Just had a little spill, but that might happen sometimes. Just get an old rag and clean it up. Okay, and once you have your fuel ready, you can pour some of the, you just tip it and you pour it into the cotton part. I like to try and disperse it by pouring it in each of the 3 little slots. You can find a better, if you have a better way though, use your way. And then, just to put that up there for a sec. So this is the actual burner, and you can see mine is a little bit damaged there. So these are pretty fragile. You can buy replacements on their website, but what I like to do is to ensure that it works well, is dribble just a little bit of fuel on there so that there's a little bit of extra to get it going better. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is put this back on the top, and then I'm gonna get my matches or lighter, whatever you want to use to light it. Get all of the flammable stuff out of the way. Get your match, light it. And it may have a little bit of a flame at first, but it will die down fairly quickly. From what I've found, it's a little bit smoky, but this is the best way that I've found to get it going and keep it going. Because sometimes if you just hold it up against it, it doesn't always start the reaction the best. So I like to start it like this. You can see the flame dies down pretty quickly. It's already almost out. And a lot of the time, when you can tell that it's going by, you can feel heat coming off of it still. And sometimes it even glows orange, but not always, from what I've found. And once you are pretty sure it's going, you can put the cap on, and then you wait for it to warm up, and now your hands will be warm. It'll be nice and warm. You can just barely see it, that orange glow. There we go, you might have seen it there. But that is one of the surefire ways you can tell that it's working. These lighters claim to run for 12 hours, but I've never had it on long enough to actually test that. Some websites on the internet say that these are impossible to put out. Once you have them going, you can't stop the reaction. And that's kind of true, only kind of though. So if you want to put it out, so right now mine is going, it's getting pretty warm. And the one way you can just put it out is to carefully grab the burner with something, because it gets pretty hot, so don't touch it with your bare fingers, and you can just blow it right out. And then you can let it sit for 10-15 minutes and it'll be cool again, and you can store it safely. The only thing is that I've found is that you can, if it's full and you put it out, if it's full of fuel and you put it out, the fuel can still evaporate. So I recommend, maybe if you want to store it for a long period of time, or when it has fuel in it, you put it in its bag, and then you maybe even put it in a Ziploc bag, a plastic bag, so the fuel can't evaporate into the air. And just a little while ago when I was running it, it was running on Coleman fuel just fine. In fact, I think it runs even a little bit hotter than running it with Zippo lighter fluid. So that's kind of my overview of the Zippo hand warmer. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.